Hello and welcome to your Valley News Now update. Duke Schindler here with you on this fine Tuesday afternoon, giving you an update on what we got going on in the newsroom, what's happening in the community, and what our reporters are working on here today. Now, we want to start with some breaking news here out of Moorhead. They recently conducted a traffic stop at the 500 block of 32nd Avenue South for an equipment violation. Now, the driver of the vehicle was identified as 18-year-old Azarel Chappelle of Moorhead, and then a 17-year-old passenger was also identified during the stop, but this wasn't anything like your regular traffic stop here. If you guys remember back in June, there was a drive-by shooting in Moorhead, and the police found one of their guys in this most recent traffic stop. The juvenile passenger was suspected of being involved in that drive-by shooting that previously occurred on June 19th of this year. Now, as part of that ongoing investigation, the Clay County Attorney's Office has charged the juvenile with aiding and abetting the use of a dangerous weapon during a drive-by shooting, and then a nationwide arrest warrant was issued. So the juvenile was arrested during this most recent traffic stop for that outstanding warrant, while Chappelle was also arrested, but for offenses unrelated to the shooting. So during the traffic stop, officers conducted a vehicle search and was able to find a loaded handgun. The firearm was seized and will undergo forensic testing to determine if it was indeed one of the weapons that was used in that June 19th shooting, as well as other crimes. And then last night we heard a little bit about a tragic incident down in South Fargo. An infant has died after being attacked by a dog. Now, this happened in actually late July at a home along 32nd Street South. Police were called out to a report of a dog bite where the infant was taken to a hospital and later died. Police say the dog, which belonged to the family, has been quarantined, and we're digging a little bit deeper into what quarantine really means for an animal and talking to a little bit of local shelters about infant and dog safety. So tune into Valley News Now. Coming up here around 2:30, we're going to bring a reporter in to tell us what they've learned from what other shelters have mentioned to them as well on that subject of infant and dog safety. And then heading north to Grand Forks, today a man is set to take the stand for trial for murder. We will bring this up for you. On the right side, that is DJ Bartlett, who faces life in prison if convicted. That's happening today. He was charged last October, days after 49-year-old Tony Keel was found unresponsive in his apartment. Now, Nicholas Ryde Arnold is the man you see on their left. He's being charged with conspiracy to commit murder in case. He is due on court this coming Thursday, and we'll want to bring that in for you as well. Medical experts say that Keel was indeed beaten to death. Surveillance footage put Bartlett at the scene as well as another man. And this is certainly something you don't see on the daily here. The creation of a new remote workspace for Fargo police officers is going to be inside of Shields on 45th. Now, commissioners voted 3-2 to approve the new space, while Fargo Police Chief David Cebulski says this has been in the works since about December of 2024. Now, Cebulski says this is a no-cost MOU, so there are parameters on the use of this facility.
Shields approached us and offered up an area that they were going to be refurbishing their store on 45th Street South that they wanted to make available for our use, and they have done this in other communities in the United States. So I really appreciate their generosity and their partnership with local police to accomplish this.
Now, there is no confirmed date for when officers will be able to use this location. But as if we weren't any more excited for Bison football to return, we got another thing to look forward to coming up here in 2027 for your North Dakota State Bison. NDSU and Montana State, they're going to meet under the bright lights of Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium for ESPN's Vegas Kickoff Classic. Now, the game will happen over Labor Day weekend, and we're waiting on more game details with times, but I'll tell you what, there's truly no better way to lose money than after a Bison win. Well, that's not the only thing that North Dakota State has been up to here. After opting into the House settlement, they recently announced today the launch of their new Green and Gold Fund. Take a look at your screen there. The school announcing today that this is the future of supporting NDSU athletics through 4 levels. Now, these are based on prices per month, partner, leader, champion, or founder, with each having a monthly donation. That allows them for member access to benefits, VIP experiences, exclusive merchandise, and donors can also donate to a specific sport or be directed to the general fund, which helps maintain recruits as well as bring new ones in. So there's many different options available through online donations, stock donations, and more. They're also tax deductible to NDSU team makers, which is very interesting there. Sticking to the sports and out to Newman Outdoor Field, the Redhawks did indeed take the loss last night in a narrow 6-5 game, but more importantly, Fargo Moorhead, they clinched their spot in the American Association playoffs. Top 4 teams in each division punched their ticket, and there's still ground to cover for these Redhawks. 6 games behind first place Sioux City, but just a game and a half behind second place Kansas City, and a game ahead of 4th place Sioux Falls. Now, it certainly might take a miracle to grab that first place spot, but they can certainly hold on to their own to grab that 2 seed with just 13 games remaining on the season. Now, thank you very much for joining us for your Valley News Now update. We're going to keep you updated here throughout the day on what we're doing, as well as talking to one of our reporters about what he saw at the shelter and what people were telling him about infant and dog safety. That's going to be coming up around 2 to 2:30 p.m. here today, or maybe around 3 as well. So keep an eye out for that. We'll have a reporter come in, ask him questions about what he's working on with his current story on dog and infant safety. Thank you very much for joining us. Duke Schindler here on the desk. We'll catch you later.